shift, and that's how you know the meaning has started to shift, bro. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, that's how you know the meaning has started to shift, because I would say I'm shifting into a position where I'm not even satisfied until I make the upload. You know what I'm saying? I'm not satisfied. It's like I'm not cool. I'm not enough with what needs to happen, with my purpose. You know what I'm saying? With what I am supposed to give myself, with what I expect out of myself. Yes, let me put it like that. With what I expect out of myself, I feel like the mission, the purpose is not complete for the day if I ain't uploaded. You know what I'm saying? It's more than even about what we're doing, especially right now that I'm starting. You know what I'm saying? The shit is like small numbers and shit like that. But anyway, let me not waste further time, bro. Let's just hop into this next one right quick. You know what I'm saying? Omeezy, man. Omeezy. Usual suspect type shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the psychology of persistent female degeneracy. I'm not gonna lie. And right now segment, it's Nina Lynn crossed the line again. I don't know how many videos, I don't know how many clips, I don't know like just how much visual representation of degeneracy that we have to see from this woman right here. You know what I'm saying? Before she like realizes that this is not acting my age at this point. I'm not gonna lie, she's Gen Z. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking of titling this one the psychology behind the hidden psychology behind persistent Gen Z degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like female degeneracy, it might be a teachable moment, in an angle that I feel like can be more important, especially when we're talking about females getting into an industry and having their own identity within a specific industry, within a certain industry, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and since this streaming thing, she's a streamer, since this whole streaming thing is it's like new ground. I feel like it's new standards that have to be like set up, you know what I'm saying? But then now you see females that like move this way. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's only like females that be degenerate. I might just have a segment where we cover, the hidden psychology behind the male degeneracy, behind persistent or dark male degeneracy, right? Alright, let's get to it, bro. My bad.
I don't appreciate.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now, man. This is a public space, so.
Well, and we wait our turn like grown-ups.
1, 2.
Right. But this right here, right? I could testify for just like seeing this clip right here. I've picked up this kind of vibe from Nina Lynn, ever since Could Have Been Love. When you know what I'm saying? When the whole premise of that whole show by Drewski, that is the comedian, the whole premise of that show was like, finding love with a stud, bro. You know what I'm saying? So she, like, just her being selected off of just like the premise of the show being for studs, and they kind of saw potential in her. It says something about her, right? So obviously this kind of activity, you know what I'm saying, is not too surprised. Like the boyish kind of activity, the boyish kind of habits, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, male, masculine-ish, what thought, you feel me? And another thing, she does this a lot when she's on stream, right? I wouldn't know how she acts off of stream, but on stream, like, because look, all of this stuff that we're hearing about her and shit like that, like, it's crazy. I feel like it's the streaming that has people looking this crazy, you know what I'm saying? Or acting this crazy.
We got no one else. We can't do that.
I hate when they do that shit. Oh, I hate when they do that.
2. Oh, we have to. Oh, we have to.
Yeah.
Right, we have to do that. Yeah.
Okay, first things first, what the fuck does she got on, bruh? What does she got on, dog? Is that tin foil for a t-shirt? Tin foil, wrapped, I don't know with what, like, what is this? She looks like a, she got a fish face, like it's like a fish and a turtle head. It's like a fish face with a turtle head. Like, I don't know what's going on, you feel me?
Okay.
So I would conclude that, you know what I'm saying, the fact that she's a polarizing individual, in that she's a confusing individual, right? So from a biological standpoint, just like trying to break down maybe where she stands, you know what I'm saying? She's one of those individuals you have to ask her, yo, what are your pronouns? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you couldn't even say ma'am or sir. Like, you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of, okay, let's say you're looking at the drip. You know, she approaches you and, you know, you just looking at the drip. You know what I'm saying? You're just looking at how she wearing and maybe how she walking before you come to the face. You might just be like, excuse me, sir. And then you're like, oh, shit, ma'am. Like, and then you're like, oh, my God, what's going on? Okay, wait. My bad. What are your pronouns? Them. They, them, thee, their, zeezer. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, yeah, like, I just had to point that out. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's get to it.
The worst person you know is a Nina Lynn supporter. I think on this channel we're up to video 3 or 4 when it comes to cover.
That's what I'm saying. Video 4? Damn. Nah, she's on a run. I'm not
Nina
gonna lie.
Lynn. And I cannot impress upon you guys enough that she is the worst representation for the streaming community that currently exists on the internet. Way bigger than Jack Doherty. Way bigger than Johnny Somali. Way bigger than
Johnny Somali, nah. Johnny Somali? You telling me, bro? Like, okay, whatever dirt that you got on her right now, on Meezy, better be like A1, my nigga, because that nigga Johnny Somali, bro. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking at, I've seen some of that, you know, that Johnny Somali guy's clips. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know, when you're looking at, you know, when you just like watching somebody and you just feel disgusted on their behalf. You feel disgusted to be their own selves on their behalf. Like how are you not disgusted to be yourself right now? You so, that's why I'm like, okay, to me, right, the whole limitation of just be confident, be yourself, be overconfident. Come on, just, you know what I'm saying? No matter how literally like fucked up you are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of advice doesn't work for everybody. It shouldn't be applicable to everybody, is the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? And you get an individual like Johnny Somali, come on, bruh. What? No, that nigga has to learn the principles of being humble. The principles of nigga, just learn to not be seen, bro. It might just like literally help change your life for the better. Facts.
Way bigger than whoever you are thinking about. The lack of common decency that spews from this woman is just incredibly insane. I mean, she has no sense of decency or respect for others around her, and she thinks that every time that she has the camera on, it just means that she can do whatever she wants to do with no consequences, repercussions, or any course of action behind it. In this most recent incident, Nina Lynn goes to a nail salon where she's doing her just IRL stuff, her regular gimmick.
Yeah, and I remember when she went to a nail salon with Agent. You know what I'm saying? She had a stream when she was with Agent the whole time, you know. I'm surprised to say that she was actually behaved apparently then, you know what I'm saying, from the looks of things, because no complaints were found on that video, right?
Regular shtick. But in this situation, there are other people involved, people that are in public, other participants, people of all different shapes, ages, and sizes. And I do believe that there is a way to conduct yourself depending on the environment that you are in, most notably the people that are around you. You know, if there are older people or younger people around you, let's not cuss, let's not smoke, let's not drink, let's not be belligerent, sexual, nasty, etc., etc. But no, that's not how streaming works for Nina. She just does whatever she wants, whenever she wants, and when confronted about it, she can't handle it the best.
And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate.
I mean, this is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now. This is a public space, you know?
This is a public space, bro. This is a public space, bro. This is a public space, bro. This is a, come on, bro. This is a public space, bro.
So,
and we wait our turn.
That voice like this is a public space, bro.
no, 100%. And I'm just letting you know that, you know, sometimes you can also ask, hey, would you like to please use normal language in front of my daughter? That would have been great too.
Why does she have to tell you that?
We kind of have an understanding.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that wall is blocking your daughter's life.
Well, I appreciate you cleaning it up now.
Oh, of course. Like, I just don't want to do you know, not everything has to be all.
This is like.
It's like the most Karen argument. I cannot. What the hell?
All of a sudden, it's a Karen argument to tell you to not use profanity in front of a 13-year-old. And I totally agree with the lady in this situation.
Nigga said it's a Karen argument about who's not supposed to use profanity in front of a 13-year-old. Meezy in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, bro. Ain't no better way to put it. Facts.
People do have an understanding. Hey, there are kids around. I'm not going to use the hardest cuss words in consecutive fashion around children. But those are most normal.
And the little motion that she was doing, right? That little motion of like the little thrust, that motion that she was doing. Okay. that little motion she was doing, right? Like in front of a 13-year-old, of course a 13. Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. A 13-year-old might have liked that. Look, the 13-year-old might have liked that. The 13-year-old might have been like, yo, you just reminded me of what I did today in class, facts. Or you might have, you just reminded me of, what this class clown, like, literally just pulled off today in class. It's crazy. Like, I see this kind of bullshit every day. It don't even fucking impress me, type shit anymore. I'm just saying, like, Nina might just be acting younger than 13. You know what I'm saying? She gives, like, 12, 11 years old type tantrums. Like, that was, more than just a Karen argument, bro. She's just like an 11-year-old throwing a temper tantrum. You know what I'm saying? To their parent because they wasn't allowed to get some shit off, the shelf, some candy off the shelf. Some shit.
Insane people. We understand that slip-ups happen, but there's intentionality behind what Nina's doing. And now that she's pissed off the entirety of the salon, do you think that will stop Nina in her endeavors to continue to be a nuisance? Shit. Absolutely not. Not only does she lack the decency to ask people, hey, do you want to be on camera? But she then proceeds to lie about them actually being on camera and hops right back into the profanity.
1, 2.
This is the motion I'm talking about, y'all. Look at this.
Sorry, do not be recording.
I'm doing that.
It's just me. It's just me. That's me. We got no one else.
It's a lie.
We can't do that either.
Yeah.
1, 2. We had to.
But they did cut everybody else out.
Yeah.
Okay, they got them beforehand and after they told her to cut everybody. Well, after they asked her like not to film, then they cut everybody, right? Because that's what, right?
Yeah, right. Fuck.
Because at the same time, bro, it's alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wait, why the fuck does my spacebar keep being clicked? Look, it's alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's the same situation as my bad. It's the same situation as that Black Boy Max. The Black Boy Max, that streamer that got that is allegedly now sued. Well, not allegedly. She did say she's suing Black Boy Max. Black Boy Max being sued by this lady, America's Next Top lady. America's Next Top Model, former contestant, all the way from 20 years back, right? And then she's suing Black Boy Max for getting her on the video. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know about that situation, do your homework. You know what I mean? So he was live. You feel what I'm saying? And then Black Boy, in his defense, he was like, "Yo, how do you adjust a live, like on the fly like that? Like things just happen, it's live." You know what I'm saying? Cool, I can get rid of the video, whatever, but like this shit has been clipped I don't know how many times, bro. I'm Black Boy Max. It's Black Boy. 5-star sheet. Man, shout out Black Boy, man. You know what he did. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's Black Boy, bro. Like damn near every moment of the fucking live is clipped. You feel me? So it's like, yo, what's the use of like telling me to like get rid of the thing or I'm gonna sue you? It's like same thing with Nina Lynn, right? With this specific situation, look, I'm about to play the video onwards, right? You see her right here. Only she is in the frame, right? A couple seconds before this moment, like, I don't know, I think, like some other customer in the store said, yo, hopefully you're not filming anyone else besides yourself. She was like, yo, nah, we're not getting anybody but just me, right? They were, like, those people were in the camera, like in that moment, when the customer like was asking that, but then the cameraman zoomed into just Nina Lynn herself, right? And obviously they couldn't have uploaded the situation was live. So when the customer, at the moment the customer says, yo, please don't be filming anything, the best that we can do is just like move the frame that way. But the footage is already out. The parts where you guys were filmed is already out, right? The parts where you guys were filmed before asking, yo, please don't film us, that part is already out. It's already clipped. It's already when we're talking about a live. So I don't know, let's have a little bit of grace on her, like, for that part, like I don't know. Okay, because look, from this point nobody's in the frame anymore, right?
This is a level of entitlement that only 19th.
I don't know, Meezy. I don't know about that one, but
30s white women in the U.S. normally feel. But Nina Lynn, because she is a streamer and feels like she needs to do these things, continues on no matter what's going on in the situation. I believe that to be some sort of challenge given to her by the chat. You know, get X amount of subs and I'll continue being a nuisance, which puts her in the category of streamers that people don't actually watch for any sort of entertainment value. They actually watch them in order to see them crash out. They want to see you get into conflict. They want to see you self-implode. They want to see you do dumb shit for the sake of doing dumb shit so that later on people can criticize you and make videos like me. Nonetheless, it's only fueled by her not knowing when to stop. But the can't read the room mentality and overall entitlement continues.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. My bad, Meezy. You'll take the stage again right now. No. I think that might just be the point of why we're here today, right? Highlighting the hidden psychology of persistent female degeneracy, because we now know that it may just be fueled by, you know, this whole mindset of, bro, I'm a content creator. I gotta give people what they want. I gotta give people what they subscribe, you know, on my platform for. You know what I'm saying? That entertainment, that kind of like entertainment that, you know, has their attention, not just grabs their attention, but retains their attention, bro. You feel me? So, of course, like, yo, you'll stop at nothing to like be the craziest, even if like you literally, that shit makes you act not your age, right? You literally act not your age. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put it. I think I put it in a weird way. Yeah, there's another way that I had to put that line over there. I think that's because I'm yapping too much. Let's get back into it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that I feel like that is it though. Our point of, you know, this whole matter. You know what I'm saying? Is because, you know, you gotta fuel that, you gotta scratch that itch. I got these, you know, young people that are like watching my shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep them entertained, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah, you didn't think this video was over just yet, buddy. In another portion of another one of her streams, Nina Lynn is walking down the streets of what appears to be New York City. She seemingly decides to do a good act and give a tea to a cab driver. Now, before handing this man said tea, she litters, but look at how she gives this person this tea.
I knew Meezy was gonna point the littering out, bro. Like, that shit was on my mind. See, you know what I'm saying? Look at like this point.
New York City. She seemingly
where she just
overall
like
entitlement continues with
throws that piece of paper on the thing. A Meezy character would hate this kind of shit. Look at this. That whole throwing that on the ground like that. Meezy, I'm not gonna lie. Meezy gives OCD vibes, bro. Meezy gives me OCD vibes. Now shout out Meezy, bro. And I feel like his OCD helps him to really just execute even the delivery of whatever he wants to articulate. You know what I'm saying? With his videos, with the messaging. You know what I'm saying? He gets to the point. And like OCD, I feel like, you know, it's a blessing on that front. You know what I'm saying? It is of benefit when it comes to things like that. I'm saying when it comes to things like, you know, the detailing of everything, because everything just gets on your nerves. It's like, everything gotta be right. Every point gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Everything gotta be so clear, so concise, so... That's why, like, you know what I'm saying, a clip like this would drive him crazy. That's why I was like, I was waiting on him to point it out. Because I swear this guy was like, yo, dog, first, because I was going to pause the video and be like, yo, first things first, he's just like, she probably a dirty human being. Like, probably her room, her own environment is like, you know, a messed up just environment, because she just threw, because of this example of just throwing that paper on the ground like that, her environment must be fucked up. But, like, it was just in my mind. I wasn't going to point it out until my boy Meezy.
New York City.
Until my boy Meezy
good act and give a tea to a cab driver. Now, before handing this man said tea, she litters. But look at
she litters. Boom. Thank you, Meezy.
How she gives this person this tea/coffee.
Yeah, maybe I'll take the wrapper off for them. This shit look kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Are you littering?
That looks crazy.
Are you littering?
That looks crazy. That looks crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I think the vocal gives what is it? Bane from what? What's the movie again, bro? Fuck, my bad. Like, I'm not a, you know, big movie person, but from that Batman movie, I think. Okay, don't quote me on that. Like, I'm about to look stupid. My fault. It's about to look crazy. Hello. Open it.
Your tea.
Let's pause for a second. Put yourself in the driver's shoes. You're a taxi driver waiting for your next fare, waiting for somebody to come to you. You get a knock on your...
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Window, a demand of rolling down the window, and somebody pushes their hand into your car door, and you don't know what's going on.
Bro, let's imagine this real quick, bro. Look at this imagery right here, right? Like seriously, look at this imagery right here. Somebody like literally pull up to your window. Not only this, right? Add that voice to it. Excuse me. Here's a coffee. Put it right here. Here's a coffee. Like I'm not gonna lie. Instead of being scared, I might just like be confused. Because the face is supposed to be giving woman, right? You see the hair, you see the lashes, you see the, you know what I'm saying, lipstick, makeup, everything that. But then you hear the voice and you hear the energy. Use your teeth. Like what the fuck? What is this? Are you a IRL version of AI, nigga? What? Like I'd freeze. I'd be like, oh shit, what's going on? And then like after 5 seconds, just respond, cause. I don't even have my screen in front of me. Why is this AI like just talking in front? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It would just like be mad confusing. That's all I'm saying. My bad.
You got a couple different options here, but naturally, most people, myself included, would probably roll the window up. What is this rando throwing their hand in my window for?
I'm not gonna lie. I'd freeze first. I'd be like, and then you just see the window rolling up, and then react. What the fuck is this? What's going on?
What happens next is a classic Nina Lynn overreaction because she didn't read the room the first time. Instead of saying to herself, you know what, I'm probably wrong here. Let me go ahead and apologize. I'll just let you see what she does.
Oh. Wait, my hand.
Whoa.
My hand. Yo, what the fuck is, yo, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Are you retarded? Yo, he's dead by the hand in that shit, bro. Yo, you might be.
Yo, Nina Lenny.
Fucking retarded, bro. Are you good in the head? Are you good in the head, bitch? Stupid.
What? Yo, what the hell, nigga? From yo, here's a T. Here's a D. So what the fuck are you retarded in the head, bitch? Like, what are we doing? What are we trying to do? My bad. You know, I just took a sip of my own coffee. Damn, it's just you know what I'm saying? Like, this behavior is just, what the fuck? Easy. Get your mans, bro. What? Nah, my bad. It's not easy, man. I'm just saying, like, this is crazy behavior, bro. This is crazy. Yeah, okay, like, you put it down in the comments, bro. If this was you, like, how the fuck would you react to this kind of shit, bro? Because now the taxi's still like stopping there. Okay, I guess maybe that's where the taxi's ranking, dog. That's where obviously it's supposed to like be stopping. You know what I'm saying, do their little thing, do their little rest, you know what I'm saying, recess moment or whatever, like breathing moment, right? Because that's probably a taxi lane. I see there's another taxi looking kind of vehicle in front of it, you know what I'm saying? Then she just, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, if this is the situation, I'd rather like, I don't know about driving away because she found me there, and then now it's like this whole situation. Now it's awkward. She wanted to give me a tea, and now she's cussing at me, and you know what I'm saying. She just wants to keep cussing at me and not go away. And it's like, what the fuck? Do I pull out my gun? Like, what the hell? Because now I'm threatened because she literally has the voice of a man. Like, I'm threatened by a man, damn near. What the fuck?
Bum ass bitch.
Whoa.
Come out the fucking car. Nah, Dad, come out the car. Come out the car. Come out the car. Nah, fuck that shit. Yo, bro, come out the car, bro. Come out the car. Come around. No. Come out the car.
She's not doing too much.
Dad, come out the car. Pull up. Hey. Pull up the car. Come out the car, bro.
She's even
wrong with your bitch ass? Pussy ass fucking bitch. Do some shit. What is wrong with your ass, bitch?
Taking it to the most extreme.
Nina Lynn, what the fuck is wrong with your ass, lady?
I mean, was that necessary? Sure, we can say that the driver made an honest mistake because it ultimately ended up being a drink. He didn't mean to ram your hand between the window and the windowsill. I totally get that. That's probably why he backed off of it in the first place, because once he recognized, oh, it's tea, you know, let me just back off a little bit. But from your end, Nina, think about it. Sticking your hand into a stranger's car, offering them something, doesn't look right from their perspective. Now, what should have been a no harm, no foul is another opportunity for Nina to just be annoying as fuck. Why are you banging on his window? Why are you trying to berate him? Why are you going so hard at this man? I think that there's a lot of reasons as to why Nina Lynn feels as though she can get away with doing the things that she does. There's levels of entitlement that are tied with her image.
Entitlement. Okay, I was thinking more. Okay, and this is what I was gonna share on the moral of the story. I was thinking more. Okay, I don't think I even had a way to put this in a concise way, but it's like over attachment, right? It's like it's like okay, not concept, but like the reality, or let me just say the psychology of not letting go, bro, not knowing how to let go. You know what I'm saying? When the the moment is necessary for you to let go, that's of anything, right? For example, she could have just like let that moment go, bruh. Like, okay, she was like, the taxi driver was just trying to get the window up because clearly she didn't want like somebody random just like harking up on them, like barking up on them like through their window and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it looks weird. So like, yo, no shit. So the first instinct, what did she do? She rolls the window up, right? And then like, Nina Lynn's hand was just like jammed in there, and then now she could have just let that shit go, took that for like just simply, okay, cool, she just wanted to roll the window up, fuck, she doesn't want the tea, cool, it is what it is, move the fuck on, just give it to somebody who cares, probably, you know what I'm saying? She just had to just attach to the whole moment. Now she talking about like squabbling, what? Now she talking about fighting? But this is ridiculous. So you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's this whole thing, because even in previous videos, bro, it's people that just like want to drag a moment. You know what I'm saying? Things like dragging a moment. Because okay, with the Saeed thing, it is what it is. Maybe y'all don't see it that way, but how I would, define it as dragging a moment as well is when she tried to defend herself. There are clips where she tried to defend herself with the Saeed thing. Now, when you try to defend yourself, like, it's still some resistant energy there. You know what I'm saying? Because like, just admit to the thing, whatever, apologize. You know what I'm saying? Don't be super defensive, especially when there's footage. Now, if there was no footage and was just like speculation, whatever, I would like understand you defending yourself. But you know what I'm saying, there's footage there, bro. It's you and your friend over there doing the most, and it's not even just that moment. There's like other moments, right? There's like moments in freaking Streamer University, bro, where it's just like, and I feel like at this point it's just like a whole identity that she's building for herself. I'm not gonna lie, whether it's influenced by the fact that, you know what I'm saying, she's lit right now, or maybe, or probably that's her real personality. I feel like her natural persona is tied into that. It's just accentuated now. You know what I'm saying? It's just embellished with like new characteristics of degeneracy. That's all I think.
Honestly, say that if this was anybody that was black, they would probably be pushed off the internet, outcasted by the community. Well, you don't see a lot of nuisance streamers that are of this ilk/persuasion.
Yeah,
but there's also this element of validation that continues to happen every time that Nina Lynn does something stupid. And I probably shouldn't say something stupid, but even when she commits crime, there's somebody that's always going to be there to back her. There's always going to be somebody to validate her. About 10 days ago, and yeah, I can't make a video,
bro, and I feel like, okay, I'm gonna break this down in the moral of the story as well, but it's the it's the poison with this whole community building. Like, okay, the community building reality that we have in today's day and age, the fact that a whole lot of people, well, yeah, like the potential to build communities, around you, around whatever you want to build it around, just have a group of people just supporting you, you know what I'm saying, even parasocially, if you will, right? It's like, that's good, right? It has its good aspects to it, you know what I'm saying? But this one right here, this is one of the dark aspects right here, you know what I'm saying? For you getting validation for literally the crazy things that you be on stream, right? The crazy things that niggas may be on, like with whatever content that they put together, you know what I'm saying? So, and having a community that could validate that, even if you're out of pocket type
video shit. Every time Nina gets into some drama, because it's coming in increments of 5 days at this point. But Great Asian Boy announced that he was going to be doing a collaboration stream with Nina Lynn. Now, naturally, he saw a lot of backlash for this. Mind you, this is off of her coming off of joking about the SA incidents, getting unbanned from Twitch, just making a mockery of the community, any sort of community guidelines, putting up 2 middle fingers to the world and saying, I'm gonna be who I am. So naturally, the people at large are pissed off at her. But these moments right here are exactly the reason why I believe that Nina Lynn continues to thrive on our TLs. Is because you're always gonna have a Ray Asian boy to validate her.
I'm not looking at the floor, bro. Like, fuck the past. Let's just have fun, feel me? I just have a good stream. Feel me? That's me.
Oh my God, my boy Ray, dog. And I feel like, these one of the moments where Ray could be like finding himself like between like you know what I'm saying, a rock and a hard place. Like, between, like, you know what I'm saying, within an awkward moment. Bro, it's her Asian sister. Come on, bro. It's her Asian gangy gang. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like, yo, what I look like turning my back on my twin right here, you know? Visibly clear twin, you know? Okay, I don't know, like in terms of nationality, where both of, but like just, okay, let me say from an ignorant standpoint, just looking at them, you'd be like, yo, dog, you going against her might just look crazy. So I feel like that nigga is in a weird position where it's like, yo, she's doing what I'm doing, blah blah, but like she's a bit too out of there with it. Damn, and now people are looking at her weird. Fuck. And now she's approaching me on some like, or you know, she's approaching me on some collab vibe, or like, you know, these ideas of us just working together might just come up, like, for whatever reason, and you know, based off of this, I cannot turn my back. Like, I'd be looking crazy though, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Because if you think about it, okay, I'm too ignorant, like, in terms of knowing what, like, how many people of Asian descent, I think, yeah, Asian, what nationality, I don't know, yeah, people who are Asian who are in the streaming industry. I don't know how many people. So you know, this nigga Ray might be thinking, yo, we all we got, like, you know what I'm saying? She's all I got, goddamn, like, what the you know what I'm saying? So yo, with the Ray situation, it's kind of weird, kind of awkward. I don't know, like, in terms of his POV, from his POV, he might be thinking, yo, it's kind of awkward for me, so let me just like do what it does, man. I'm saying, support her regardless.
I said the N-word before. I got a lot of bad pass.
But yo, look, Omizi, I could see why you could feel like it's, you know, validation, like validation of degeneracy, regardless, right?
I said some crazy shit. Almost went the kick.
Almost went the kick. Shit. What do you mean, brother?
You feel me? Everybody should have a new chance. Feel me? And Nina, I seen there as a man, bro. Like,
what are you talking about, Meezy? Just like, what is he talking about?
That's how I think, bro. That's how I think.
Easy, get your mans, bro. What are you talking about?
There's some interesting statements for Ray here. First and foremost,
I didn't hear any statement.
You don't have to justify why you want her on stream. It's for the collaborative purposes. You want to make the most out of it. You want to get some money, Ray. We all understand it. But I do want to acknowledge this whole concept of everybody deserves a second chance. I think that's a way for people to get off doing some stuff or collaborating with some people who truly have bad past, you know, some sort of justification. But genuinely speaking, when everybody says this, everybody deserves a second chance, you got to ask for the individual why. Why does Nina deserve a second chance to you, right? In your explanation, you say that you've done messed up things in the past. And granted, I'm not vouching for anybody that's non-African American saying the N-word, but the difference between you saying the N-word and Nina saying the N-word, which Nina Lynn has.
So I found screenshots of her saying the N-word, and I just want to know if she wants to.
Was it verbal or through text? Like, I don't get it.
The difference is that she's Asian American and you're from Taiwan. Like,
oh snap, you know, people that are not of that kind of type can't say nigga via verbiage or text, like via verbally or text. Wait, I never knew text counts. Yo, has anybody ever thought of that? Like, you know, Caucasian people saying, or non-black people saying nigga via text. Wow, I never thought of it. I just like thought, yo, just saying nigga period, like, people are still, you know, I don't know these days, you know what I'm saying, because yo, Gen Z, you know, Gen Z is Gen Z time, bro. They be changing the meaning of things, bro, and like whether they choose to be offended by shit or not, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But it's like, yo, you know, does it still offend, well, those that it used to offend, or those that it does offend? Does it offend y'all when it's typed, right? When it's typed in the caption, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Comment that shit down below, bro. I've never thought of that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Out of Taiwan. We literally saw you get scooped up by Kai Cenat a couple years ago. So while it is not an excuse because you shouldn't be saying those words, but there is a level of ignorance that you have that she didn't have. She knew that word was a bad word. She just said it because she thought it was cool.
Yes, and Ray does not say that. So yes, it does make sense why she's not supposed to say that. I don't know. Okay, it's an ignorant standpoint, you know. precluding that from the fact that Ray doesn't say that. Like, at the same time, bro, I've never heard like a, you know what I'm saying, like a Jackie Chan. You know? Okay, maybe that's too like far off. I don't know. But Asian, you know, is within the culture that might or might not say nigga. I don't know. I don't know much niggas like Asian neighbors like that are in this kind of culture besides Ray and this guy Nina Lynn, right? I don't know.
As far as the essay incident,
I think it's just both of these guys, right? Both of these boys.
Goes. I'm sorry, but that apology has been invalidated by the countless jokes that Nina herself has played onto the scenario. Whether it be by the initial invalidation to your rage or the invalidation post the ban from Twitch, where she made jokes about it over and over and over again. So the only time that I believe somebody deserves a second chance, if there's some sort of true understanding that, hey, I did something wrong here, I'm very apologetic, I'm working on becoming a better me. Not just with words, but with actual action. But when you continue down the line to be a nuisance streamer doing the same shit over and over and over and over again, I'm sorry, what are we supposed to think other than you're a jackass? Now there's a couple of ways that I see Nina Lynn's trajectory shaking out for the next couple of years. And hell, even if it takes that long, I believe she'll continue with the fan base that she has, but like I said, those are mostly people who are watching her to crash out, not necessarily for the entertainment value that she adds to the space. I do think people will stop collaborating with her and being connected with her in a major way. I've seen the list of people that she's been able to connect and meet with at the beginning of the year dwindle down in popularity as the year has gone on. Yeah, that just doesn't go unnoticed. But then I ultimately think that the antics will be upped more and more and more. So she'll get away from being away from the popular mainstream streamers like Agent, like Senna, like any of the rest of the AMP members or any of the rest of the white girl streamers, Pokimane, etc., etc. And then she'll be forced to collaborate with some fringe dudes who enable her to do these types of things. Her viewership will stay consistent because they want to see you crash out, and then ultimately you will burn out in flames.
They want to see her crash out and she'll burn out in flames, right? Want to what it is. Shout out Omizi for this segment.